Welcome back to another video of the Arizona Sports Fan. Thank you so very much for coming back, guys. I really do appreciate it. And now in this video, I wanted to do a prediction of the 53-man roster for the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, we're sitting about 49 days to 50 days away from kickoff, and I could not be any more excited for the NFL season to start. Really just depends on when I drop this video. So like I mentioned, let's go ahead and dive right into it. But first, if you're new, please consider subscribing. Drop a like on this video, but without further ado, let's go ahead and roll that intro. Alright guys, welcome back. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, what I wanted to do today was do a prediction of the 53-man roster for the Arizona Cardinals and seeing if I got it right. How I'm going to do it is I'm going to break it down by position. So obviously quarterback, running back, offensive lineman, defensive lineman. So I'm going to be doing that and talking about a little bit of people who I feel like are going to make their way in the 53-man roster and why I feel like they're going to be making it in there. So we're going to start off with the quarterback position, nice and simple. That's how we're going to start it off. Obviously, in the quarterback position, we have Kyler Murray, Brett Hundley, and Chris Streveler. He was a quarterback that we signed in the offseason, kind of like that Swiss Army knife, at least how they portrayed it to us when they were trying to sign him. Don't really know too much about him, but I know that they're trying to make him the kind of Taysom Hill of the Arizona Cardinals. Who knows if he's really going to see the field or if he's really going to play more, I don't know, kind of like those weird Wildcats. Who knows? I mean, we'll see what happens for the Arizona Cardinals this coming 2020 season. Now, moving on to the running back position, we got Kenyon Drake, Chase Edmonds, and Eno Benjamin. I feel it in my heart that Eno Benjamin will make the 53-man roster. He was drafted with the 7th round pick in the 2020 draft. There's just nothing but upside for Eno Benjamin, and I'm super excited to see him in the Cardinal uniform. Now, going over to the offensive line. So the offensive line and the defensive line, I have getting like the most people in there. Like, I really do feel like we have to make sure we have depth within the trenches. That's on the offensive side and the defensive side. So there's a lot of players to go through with this position here. So first things first, this is not in any specific order. I'm not naming any positions. These are just the offensive linemen that I feel like they're going to make it in the 53-man roster. Obviously, we're going to get Marcus Gilbert, Justin Pugh, Mason Cole, J.R. Sweezy, and DJ Humphries. Now, I feel like those are going to be the starters for the Arizona Cardinals. As far as depth goes, it's going to be Josh Jones, Kelvin Beachum, which is the newest signing that we just got from, he was from the Jets, and they ended up not paying him, and then we ended up picking him up. I really do feel like it's a good pickup. We also have Justin Murray, Lamont Gilliard, and Max Garcia. Now, those are going to be my offensive linemen. Now, I want to switch it over to the defensive side. So I feel like Jordan Phillips, Zach Allen, Michael Dogby, Corey Peters, Mekhi Fotu, and Rashad Lawrence out of the 2020 draft, and Jonathan Bullard. Now, I'm super excited about this group that we have here. It's been long overdue for us to get some interior pressure on the interior of the defensive line. Last time we had it, I felt like, was back when we had Calais Campbell. I feel like we can really get a lot of production from Mekhi Fotu. More than Rashad Lawrence. I like Rashad Lawrence, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Mekhi Fotu might be just a little bit more polished in what he does. They're both still rookies, so they might not see a lot on the field, but I'm really excited to see what they can give to the Arizona Cardinals defense. Moving over to the tight end position, obviously Max Williams is going to be the starter in my opinion. Then we have Dan Arnold, and then we have Dylan Control. Dylan Control was also signed up in the offseason. He was kind of used more of a tight end that knows how to play that air raid offense. He's a big, strong, bodied individual that could probably be used in the red zone. So I'm really excited to see what Dylan Control can do. But definitely Max Williams is going to be the blocking tight end. And we have Dan Arnold, that new shiny toy that we've seen some flashes last year, but let's hope that it continues in this 2020 season. Of course, we have our kicker, punter, and also the long snapper. We have Zane Gonzalez, Andy Lee, and Aaron Brewer. For the wide receiving core, now this was a little bit tricky to me. There's a lot of practice squad wide receivers that I was looking into to see like who would really get into the Arizona Cardinals 53-man roster, and this is what I've decided. Obviously, Larry Fitzgerald, DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, Andy Isabella. That's a shoo-in. Everybody knows that. Next, we're going to have Keyshawn Johnson, Hakeem Butler, and Trent Sherfield. Now, like I mentioned before, that's not in any specific order. I'm not saying that, Andy Isabella is better than Keyshawn or better than Hakeem Butler, but that's just what I feel like that group of wide receivers are going to make it within the 53-man roster for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, moving over to the linebacking position. Now, this one's a little tricky. I'm including outside linebacker, inside linebacker, weak inside linebacker. I'm just putting them all together in one. So we're going to start off with Chandler Jones, Devon Kennard, Devondre Campbell, Jordan Hicks, Isaiah Simmons, Evan Weaver from the draft, Tanner Vallejo, as well as Hassan Reddick. I feel like Hassan Reddick is probably going to be used a little bit more of an outside linebacker like he was used at the end of the 2019 season. I like what I've seen from him, but I know the Devon Kennard signing would probably get him less playing time, but honestly, Hassan Reddick should really consider, try to make some big splash plays because this might be his prove-it year for Hassan Reddick. Now, moving over to the DB position, the cornerback position, we got Patrick Peterson, Byron Murphy, Robert Alford, Kevin Peterson, and Chris Jones. Now, I know there's a lot of people saying out there that they want Lewis to come in, but I don't know. I just feel like he might make the practice squad, and that's completely cool with me. But I like what I've seen from Kevin Peterson. I know I've seen him a lot more in preseason. He had some little bit of flashes during the regular season, but I'm really excited to see exactly like what he can blossom into. But I mean, if he's playing like the fourth to fifth the string position, like he's going to be on the bench, but he's still going to be learning from Patrick Peterson, Byron Murphy, as well as Robert Alford, and getting those snaps in there so he can watch them play and see if he can mirror his game off them. Of course, we have our safeties. We have Budda Baker, Jalen Thompson, Deontay Thompson, and Chris Banjo. Now, I'm super excited about this entirety of this 53-man roster. Let me know what you guys think. If there's any players that you feel like I did not say that you should say, like, hey, this guy over this guy, hands down, this is why. Let me know in the comments below. I mean, I'm not always 100% correct, but that is my prediction for this 53-man roster. If you're new, please consider subscribing. We talk everything Arizona Cardinals on this YouTube channel, as well as Arizona Diamondbacks, and we're sprinkling in some Phoenix Suns, especially because the season's coming back into play. So I'm super excited about all the new additions that's going to be happening for this YouTube channel. So drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, that's all I got. Drop a comment, and if you can, please do it. Please share this video. Arizona Cardinal fan friends that you have out there, family members, let them know that the AZ Sports Fan YouTube channel is out there, and just kind of giving you a different view of the normal talk of Arizona Cardinals, guys. So that's all I got for this episode. Thank you so very much for watching. That's all I got. Thank you so very much, guys, and I'm out. Thank you.